Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Swap Radio. I'm your host, Monica. Tony, you want to introduce yourself?
Monica just introduced me. I'm Tony.
Tony from around the way?
Tony Berger.
Okay, so...
No, it's Diamond came from around the way.
Why he can't be from around the way?
Because don't rhyme. Tony from around the way. I guess he could be Tony from around the way. Or you around the way Tony.
We are joined today by Shantae.
How you doing? I'm Shantae.
How y'all doing? We also have Kiara here with us for this special episode.
Hello, I'm Kira Devon.
Hey, I know that's right. Get it together. Get them. I can't snap.
You sure can.
Hurt my fingers. Hurt my fingers. All right, y'all. So, before we get all the way down into it, I just want everyone to know we are normally live on Thursdays, 7 p.m., right here at onfire-tv.com. You can follow us on all social media networks at Swap Radio. My following information is Monica WLS, and the number 2 on Instagram. Everything else is Monica WLS.
Tony Berger on all social media platforms. If you can't find me as Tony Berger, I'm one driving mofo.
And you never want to spell mofo.
MOFO.
Okay. So, y'all be having to make him spell that because what is a mofo?
I mean, it's common sense. Rofo. Mofo.
Listen, common sense is not passed out to everybody.
I take that back. You're absolutely right.
Sometimes y'all be skipped. And I just want to make sure everybody...
Don't go calling the pot black kettle.
It's the other
Somebody get Tony together.
No,
yeah.
it's that way. Don't go calling the pot black kettle.
Okay.
Y'all don't get it.
No,
you don't get it.
I do get it.
We're going to move along.
I do get it.
We're going to move
It's
along.
don't go calling the block.
We're moving along. Yeah, because I don't know, So today's topic is teen pregnancy. Teen parents. He wasn't a teen parent.
I didn't
but
do
we're
my
here.
virginity
He's
until
here
I
for
was
the
30.
male perspective. So we wouldn't just only be leaning on Diamond K. Yeah, we always do. We like his input as well. And today we have Shantae and Kiara as well because I went to school with these young ladies. We were all teen parents. And in pulling this show together, I had reached out to, and these ladies will find this interesting, I reached out to quite a few people that attended the school as well. And for some reason, it appears that they seem to be ashamed, I want to say.
What?
Like, they act like it's a problem if somebody knows. But I'm sure when I tell people that my son is 30 and I'm 45, that they like, oh, so you had him when you were 15.
Right, do the math.
Like,
It's normal.
hello.
Wow.
So, I don't know what the problem is. Like, are you ashamed of being?
No.
Hell
no.
No.
Don't do that. Kiara?
Absolutely not. I will say this. I think a lot of times when people in our age group, it was a stigma, of course. It was very stigmatized. But I also think that sometimes people are so removed from their situations that they don't want to go back to think about the trauma that they went through or, anything like that. When people like you and I, we want to pay it forward. We want to teach what we learned and things like that. But not everybody has that perspective or looks at it the same way.
I can agree with that. I just think that what they don't realize is someone can learn
Exactly.
from what you went through.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's, I also had a teen parent that was like ready to come, but it was her mother that was embarrassed about the situation, which caused her to not want to come.
Oh, wow. But it's a repeating habit.
Exactly.
So how you going to try to intervene and break the curse if you don't dive into it and deal with the situation at hand? I'm lost.
Listen, I even offered her, I was like, listen, you don't even have to come and be on camera. You can say it your phone, turn the camera off, don't even have to put your name. She was like, no, because I don't want my mother to find out.
Oh.
And that was it. That was fine. That was enough for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had talked her into doing it, but then when the mother come into play, I don't want you to go against your mother. You're 16.
Right. Exactly.
So, and I think she would have been good for the show because
she's living it right now.
Exactly.
She has a 1-year-old and she's pregnant. So it's right.
Oh, so she need that.
Right.
She don't listen to him up in no other time.
Oh, she might.
How you know?
Just to a certain extent. You know, we
How
was
you know
always.
Two babies in 2 years.
But it's a curse.
So she ain't listening to
it's
mom.
still a curse.
Do you feel like we weren't listening to our parents?
I did.
No, I don't necessarily know, but I'm saying you're giving this example of mother clapping down. No, you ain't gonna be talking to people on camera. But you know, what I mean, she got a toddler, not even a toddler. She got an infant and a pre-infant.
Sometimes
I'm sure her mother was like, "Don't you have no more babies?" She's like, "Yeah, all right, mom."
Can I jump in real
quick? You know what?
I'm done.
But I'm gonna listen to you about getting on camera, mom. Listen to you about that one.
It's a difference because you at that age you listen to certain things.
Right, but it's convenient.
Right, exactly.
Kind of like the Christians.
Right.
They listen to certain scriptures.
You're
and then
right.
other scriptures they
use it, they flip it. Right, they flip it.
But that don't apply to me.
Right. But
like, Monica got all those tattoos, but I'm a fornicate.
Right.
Girl, come on. You can't pick and choose.
Is there a scripture against tattoos?
Oh, let's not
we ain't gonna go there.
I was about to go there.
A Bible thumper tried to tell me that there was.
What you call it?
Bible thumper. And so she was like,
someone
about desecrating the temple or something. So I was like, nah.
I was about to say that. Someone did try to say that the desecrating of the temple was talking about tattoos to the body. But I don't think that's what that is.
I said these tattoos enhance the body. It's not desecration.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that scripture talks about.
It's not at all.
So Kiara, let me enlighten you because I be wanting to be serious.
What's your favorite scripture?
I want to be serious so bad, but we can never stay serious on this show. We always laugh.
So what's her favorite?
But I just hope everybody can take the serious part, but also laugh as well.
Right.
Because I don't want to be too,
I got you.
Too serious.
I totally understand. But I did want to say this real quick.
Yeah.
When he was saying, she don't listen to her mother any other time and stuff. I know you was just like joking a little bit, but I will say this. Her mother could have possibly told her everything she needed to know. But if she wasn't shown what she needed to know, then it may have went in one ear out the other. Right. And, I know we all know people who have had kids, back to back. But it wasn't until, they actually learned how to do something and weren't just told. And I tell people all the time, I don't believe in do as I say and not as I do, because we have to set the tone and we have to set the example. Right. So we have to be the ones to show them and not just tell them. So she could have got fussed at, she could have got punished, she could have got all the things. But if her mother didn't, and I'm not saying this because I don't know who these people are, but I'm just saying in general, if she didn't show her, okay, well, this is what you need to do, this is what you don't need to do, then chances are it's going to happen again. I mean, think about how many people we went to school with whose kids are 9 months apart or 2 years apart or whatever the case may be. But once you're shown, then you have, a different.
Look, that was a me.
Huh? What would she be showing them? How not to have sex?
No, not how not to have sex, but she could possibly give her the tools, one, to make conscious decisions. She can also, pretty much be there of support and understand, like you're saying that she, was told not to do the show and, things like that. But I just wonder if she was given a reason why. And I think sometimes when there's a reason why, more understanding comes along. So it's many ways she could have shown her, and she could have shown her first by being an example.
Yeah. But she probably said,
right, Mom should have came.
She said, "Mommy,
Right.
be right
I
back.
agree
You
with
don't
that.
do nothing, but Mommy, be right back. Going out with my boyfriend." Probably something.
What? I'm done.
Okay,
That is not.
But no, listen.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
you
know.
probably out, clapping
No,
the cheeks.
I don't think that's.
Since Mommy, I'm clapping cheeks. I'm clapping cheeks. She said, but Mommy,
No, I don't think so.
Boom.
I think it can go many different ways.
Right.
When I look at it, even in my situation with my siblings, I was the youngest. Like, I'm the one that had.
Was?
Yes.
You are the youngest.
I am not. He did it. Listen, y'all. Before I finish my point, these are the emails that I get. Like, I could be saying something and Tony will jump right in and then he finish it and be all wrong. Because I am not the youngest. I am the oldest and the youngest daughter, if that's what you're saying, because I'm the only daughter. But I do have a brother younger than me. So again, like I was about to say,
missed the whole thing.
No, you missed it because I'm the
I
first.
missed it. You got a brother younger than you?
Oh my God.
So, like I was saying, I'm the only
your only girl.
my brothers, when they had their children, they were either seniors or graduated. I had my first going in to high school, and then I had another one coming out of high school. So when I say that, I mean at 18 they're still teen parents. Mm-hmm. At 19 they're still teen parents. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that I was the only one that was at that point. Like I'm going into high school, 9th grade, with a baby. And it's again, my parents told me everything I needed to know. Listen, I used to get in trouble. Lord, please, because she always be watching and be trying to get me together. But listen, I used to get in trouble. I used to try to stay out past that time. When the street lights come on, like, man, I'm already out. I might as well stay out longer.
Old school.
I get home, get a beating. Mm-hmm. Didn't stop nothing. Yep. Because what I would do,
even though you
cut school,
knew the beating was coming,
and do it
cut
again.
school.
Like,
you prepare yourself for it,
and it's over.
Yeah. You
So,
prepare yourself.
Even though they told me the right things to do, I still did what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's why when they talk about the kids today, I'm clear. They just want to be rebellious. I was being rebellious. So I was, thinking I'm grown. So what was I doing? Hook at school, going up Emerson Village. Mm-hmm. Cool. Teacher say, fail. 8th grade all over again. So now I'm mad. I done failed all my friends going on to high school. But I wanted to be grown because the person that I was dealing with was in high school. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to be grown. I'm going up there. Then at the end of that second go round of 8th grade, where was I at? They was like, I'm in the health suite getting that pregnancy test. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm crying. Like, well, we can call you. I don't want y'all to call my mother. Right. What are you talking about? That's the last person. Don't do that. Right. And that was in April. So I got pregnant at 14. My birthday is May 2nd. So I got pregnant at 14. So I still didn't tell my mother. I was letting it get closer and closer to my birthday. She said, oh, you don't have to tell me. I already made you a doctor's appointment.
Right. They know. They know.
I was like,
they know.
Wow.
Huh?
My mother told me. They know. I was in the band and everything, trying to hide it in the band with like, this is not real. This is not real. About to pass out. Like, nope. We got one more now.
So I mean, I'm saying all that to say, even though they tell us what to do, the right things to do, at the end of the day, kids won't do what they want to do because some of us think we're grown and we think we know everything. So I promise y'all I have a carbon copy of myself. Except my children definitely broke the cycle. Yeah, mine's I only have one grandchild, but my daughter was well in her 20s when this happened.
Yeah. I've heard you talk about that before. So how were y'all able to, being rebellious, teenagers yourselves, how were y'all able to keep your kids on the path that they didn't?
Tell the truth.
So,
tell the truth.
When we say rebellious, I do have a rebellious one, but it wasn't with the
which one's rebellious?
Doing that. Oh, don't act like you don't know.
I'm just making sure.
Deontay is very aware that he's the rebellious one. Okay, but it wasn't with this. Like it wasn't like, oh, he was just gonna have these girls and this girl. It was just one pregnancy issue, but he was an adult at that time.
Yeah.
But she was lying, and Mama had to call on it. Like, where the actual test at, baby?
Exactly.
You just telling them that where the test? She couldn't produce no test results or nothing, so yeah. But he rebellious on everything. He stayed out, did all that stuff.
I'm also I met the girls, but yes, he's definitely.
Well, see, now that's the thing too, because my relationship with my daughters are so much different than with my sons. Mm-hmm. My daughters are very much more open, so they know more about what I went through.
Yeah.
As a teen parent, they still see now they adults, and I still be like, I'm gonna work this overtime, girl. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. Right. So it's a little like they be like, "Mine, you be hustling." Their nickname for me is Miss Make It Happen. That's what they call me. So they know I'm gonna get it done. So I think that's where they get their hustle from.
Right.
Now my sons are okay, but my daughters, they definitely gonna have my work ethic for real.
And that's the truth, because mine is the same way. Both of my daughters have 2 jobs.
Do you talk openly? Do you talk openly about sex?
I talk openly about everything. Everything with everybody.
The boys don't want to talk to
boys. My boys
don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, boys don't want to talk to their mom about sex.
Well, mine do.
No,
mine talk to both.
Really?
Yes, mine talk to me and they talk to their dad.
But they're more comfortable talking to their father.
They're more comfortable talking to me than their dad.
From my sons, I'm sorry.
I'm also a school nurse, so the boys come to me. Yeah. Can I get some condoms? Oh my God, last night this girl had a bar. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You need to take her to the doctor.
They overshare.
Oh, they overshare. I be like, oh, that's extra. I don't want to hear that.
But guess what? They coming to you because they can't go to
their parents. Right. So what I do is I call the parent. And I let the parent know what's going on. It's up to you if you want to let them know what we discussed, or it's up to you to bring it up a different way. But since the child came to me or that student came to me, I advise you to say, hey, I just talked to one of my girlfriends about something. Let's sit down and have this conversation.
Yes.
So that way they still can come to me and conversate with me. Yes. And I still can tell them what's going on, and then they still have back door. So that's how I have a real good accord with my students at my high school.
I absolutely love that.
While that sounds good,
I love that.
The confidentiality part is kind of
broken,
because like when you go to the doctor, when you like actually go and you get that result, they can't tell you
the parents. I know.
So
they come to me.
Do they ever find out that you were the one that mentioned?
A couple of them kind of figured out, but I'll be like, why would I call your mom? Like, why would I do that? You really think I'm going to call your mom? I don't know your mother.
That's what I was
hearing.
So,
he got you now.
I knew it. They are not watching this show.
But one did
this might be the show that take up viral, and all the kids gonna be on it. They be like,
one.
I knew it.
Oh, they graduate. I don't care. But I had one situation where one thought she was pregnant. She was scared out of her wits and had some other things going on. And I talked to her and I said, if you need me to come with you to talk to your mother about the situation, I can do that. I've been there. So he's like, what? I said, yes, my son will be 28 this year and I'm 45 due May. They was like, oh, wow. Oh, you did that. I said, yeah, and it was hard. I said, I had family, but guess what? My mother used to say, that's your responsibility. That's your kid. I was like, I'm going to the store, I'm coming back. She'd be like, 15 minutes. I'm like, 15 minutes. No, she used to give me 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, she'd be like, you better be walking down the street. But that was like twice every 2 months. That was it. Other than that, get your stroller and get the roller. I was like, dang. So,
my mom said, you're not taking him. You go ahead. You're not taking him, though. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I dealt with. So by me having that background experience, I can give it and share light to them in reference to it. And my principal and my admin is aware of the situations because as soon as it happened, I get on the phone or I email them, hey, this is what's going on, just to keep them in the loop. So that way nothing is backdoor, no parent come up there talking about you ain't tell me and this, that, and the third thing happened. So exactly. And they feel comfortable with talking to me about that. So I addressed it to my admin. So it's actually pretty good in a sense. Sometimes I don't want to hear about it and I'll just be sitting there like I don't want to hear this. But I know I'm that comfortable adult for them.
Right, that's what I said. Sometimes they don't have the parent to go to. So you're the next best thing, honestly. I don't think I went to my... Did I go? No. My school nurse was at Paquin and I didn't.
You did. We didn't go.
No, we didn't.
I don't think. Did you go? We ain't never go.
I had my own doctor outside of school.
Right.
We ain't never go.
Didn't you think it was weird that people was going to their doctor?
Yeah.
At
the clinic.
I thought it was.
Yeah, the clinic.
There was a doctor at the school.
They had a clinic at the school.
They had a little clinic. So you
they had a clinic and the doctor came in.
Right on certain days.
But I think that was I think it was good for people who didn't have outside doctors or outside resources, because I remember them having everything available at the school. What year did you graduate, Monica?
97.
Okay, I graduated in 95, but like they had if you needed to get WIC, if you needed resources with social services, a doctor, counselors, they had everything there. So where we might have had our own doctors outside, some people they start accepting students at 7th grade.
Right.
So
6.
they might not have known.
Wow.
So
what grade was what's her name?
I know you talk about. She was 6th grade. That's why it was 6th grade.
So you 12 in the 6th grade?
No.
Well, no.
It can be, yes.
I'm just trying to remember because I don't.
She was in the 6th grade. I know exactly who you're talking about. She was in the 6th grade, and then
I don't want to take her name because she
not right.
She's one of the
then
people
she had another
one.
Weird. Then she had another one in 8th grade, and she was back in 8th grade. Yeah.
They might have.
We're not talking about the same person.
Oh yeah. So the one I'm talking about, she came in 6th grade.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
And
she
then
only
she had
one.
another one in 8th grade. The girl that I'm talking about. I thought that's what you were talking about. But they started at 6th grade.
Yeah, they may have lowered it, but I know when I first started, I went in 9th grade, but it was at that time, if you were in 6th grade, but your grades were good enough or something like that, then you would move up to 7th grade, I guess, depending on the time of the year. I don't know. But it was very, very young. We thought we were young, but it was some young girls coming in.
Yes. I mean, people my age had a child already.
And was in there going to the second
preschool. I was like, how you got a 2-year-old back there? I'm just getting here.
Just good information. So I never knew why there was a need for a Paquin school, right? But now that y'all saying these different resources that they didn't have in a quote-unquote regular school, regular high school.
Right.
So this is good.
Oh, so all they had was like the school nurse, right?
Yeah,
at the regular high school.
Yeah.
But here, I think they was connected to East Baltimore Medical Center.
Yes.
So that would keep them from having to leave and go over on Eva Street to their doctor. They could just be seen there. But it also worked out because if something happened with somebody at the school,
they were right
the doctor
there.
is already in the building that day.
Yeah. I remember quite a few times people went into labor while they were at
school. While we did class.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely
they had a baby in the school. Or
No babies.
No, they were taking.
No, I'm not being funny. I'm asking. I'm legitimately asking.
I remember that.
But you said they had the doctor's office there, so I was curious.
Yeah, they had an OBGYN there, but
I was curious if they had the baby.
No,
not like they.
That.
You know what I mean?
Not push the baby out in the
school. Nobody
was able to do that. They was able to.
If they was that far along, they might have called the ambulance or something, but no. Yeah. Nobody had a baby in the building.
Nope.
They wouldn't have been able to close that school.
Nope.
That's a historical moment. I'm just saying. So listen, y'all. So the reason that this even came up is because I went to a ceremony they had at Lily Mae Jackson. I be forgetting the name. Lily Mae Curl Jackson. It's a long name, y'all. That school is in the building where our school used to be, where Paquin used to be.
Which is where?
2200 St. Clair Lane. So, all in the hood. Behind Lake Clifton, if y'all don't know that much. I think everybody...
Oh, yeah, okay. So
I knew where it was at.
I know exactly where it is. I never knew.
I wasn't a teen parent. I just knew where the school was at because that's where the guy was like, that's where the girls was at. So.
That's true. Exactly where it was.
Listen, dead serious.
So we always told the girls that go to Paquin, they smashing.
They smashing. That's where you want to go at.
Look at all these other girls, the ones that Paquin is smashing.
Yeah.
Please, stop watching look like Paquin.
They wasn't. They wasn't. There wasn't a guaranteed smash though. That wasn't a guarantee smash.
Why they get it together right?
No,
they just ain't what
I'm listen.
We just telling you what they
We
said.
telling you what it was back then.
I feel like y'all was bad.
That was them.
I was part of it because I would catch the bus over there because I didn't have a car yet.
Yeah.
I would catch the bus over there and try my hand.
What?
I don't know when that was because I ain't never seen Tony outside.
Ooh.
The only people that was outside was the baby fathers waiting for us to come.
We didn't even know each other then.
Yeah, but I would remember you.
Yes,
Somebody trying to play the let out. I would know that person. Because you always over there trying to play the let out.
Yes.
Definitely played the let out.
No, they played the let out to come pick up their baby mothers.
Yes.
That was the let out.
Yes.
That was it. And we knew who baby father was who.
That was weird.
Even when somebody had more than one baby father.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think you might have been gone, Kiara.
Well, I say
Like
this,
this happened in
I was there from
96. I didn't know about it. Yeah, I didn't find out like
That was a
90.
good time.
Yeah, I think this
94,
is
95 was a good time.
The one you talking about the incident when they was outside fighting?
yeah.
Were girls be fighting over the
No.
That wasn't the issue.
It wasn't.
He had another baby mother at the school.
And they didn't know.
Yeah,
They didn't
he
know.
had 2 kids' mothers at the school.
And they didn't know. And he came to pick up one.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the
He's like, I know
rumbling.
what school you went to.
They got the rumbling.
Yeah.
He
It wasn't
knew.
But the
good.
girls got the rumble, but the guy and the girl.
All three of them.
Everybody was there.
They was getting it in.
It was bad.
That's the east side.
We just went
It
out
was.
the
It
bus.
was that east side stuff.
We just went out the bus like they ain't got nothing to do with us.
I'm lost at that one.
I feel like they should have had something for the
Because
Fine,
how you don't know
as
what
well.
school your baby mothers go to?
maybe he
Because
wasn't dealing.
maybe he wasn't
Yeah, he
dealing
might
with
not
her.
like that.
Maybe it was just a one time snake tank banging.
And then remember, these
And
are
she didn't
all
tell him.
teen.
pregnancy.
They
Right.
kids.
Yeah, the kids.
Yeah.
So
They're not thinking the way 40-year-old Tony thinks.
I ain't fighting over nobody, even at 12-year-old, 16-year-old.
You don't
You
know.
don't know
You
what
don't
you
know.
was
Nobody was
situation
paying
I
any
never
attention.
fought over a female.
You don't know what you would have did in that situation.
Oh, yeah, in that situation, I don't know.
Right.
I can't say that. You're right.
Exactly.
But I ain't fighting over no female.
You say that today as 40-year-olds.
Right.
But no, I feel like they should have had something for the men as well.
Yeah, they
Well,
did.
the boys,
Something like
because
what?
it was a.
They
They needed the parents in classes too.
They did,
We
Monica.
benefited.
Oh, there was
No,
parenting
No,
classes
just
as
them
well.
coming in. They wasn't at the school too.
There's
Oh,
parenting
you mean
classes as
to
well.
attend the school?
That's happening.
Girl,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been more drama.
No,
They did have a program for the guys.
Yeah.
they did, but
Yeah.
they were not getting the same.
They wasn't.
As
She
we were
meaning
getting.
like the classes
So, like-
and all of that.
We don't get
Hold on,
nothing.
y'all don't deserve nothing.
Everything is geared towards women.
So no, what I'm
Court
saying
system,
is not the
This
court system.
everything.
No, not
Not
the
the
court
court
system.
What you
But-
talking
The
about?
court system ain't get to
Listen,
it.
I feel
Nobody
like-
but pockets. We ain't gonna go
Y'all
there.
can't
That's a
say
whole
that.
different
I'm talking about
story.
child support.
You got some females
I don't
with
want to go
child
to
support
child support yet.
That's
who
all.
take care of their kids.
Okay,
Let's stay on-
sometimes- but that's minimum
on.
though. That's minimum.
That child support could come a little later. I want.
After baby born.
Yeah, after we get dive
Baby ain't
into
born yet.
like the fathers weren't getting what the mothers were getting.
Right.
Did they
So
teach
we
y'all
had
about blood
parenting
tests and
classes.
that
We
kind of
had
stuff?
home economics. Is
Yeah.
that still in schools now?
No.
Kind of.
I don't think so.
It is. It's in schools.
I think it's called something else.
But it's called facts or something like that. It's a whole different, and you don't
My daughter didn't
learn.
have
Oh
that.
my goodness.
You don't learn half of the stuff that we learned. We
Yeah.
did what sewing.
Yes, we did all
We
of that.
did home
Yeah,
economics.
'cause
I mean,
you
we
made a
was
learned
making
blanket.
pillows and everything.
Yeah.
for our
We did.
kids.
We even had the store. Remember, we had the little
Mhm.
what was it? Stop store
I
or
forget what
something.
it's called.
A
When you
one-stop
could go-
shop. The one
Yeah,
Yes.
one-stop shop.
Yes, where we made stuff, quilts, blankets.
Mhm.
The wood shop, they still got
Clothes.
wood shop in class?
No,
School?
yeah, they
We don't
it's
know. We
called-
didn't have wood shop at our school.
It's
What?
called tech
We did.
something.
We did.
It's
We were
called tech
focused on
something.
I
being
know-
a good mother.
For the school aspect for wood shop and car mechanics and electrical, they're only at certain schools,
Mhm.
and the parents actually have to pay for them in certain
Oh.
places. It's not an elective anymore, like how we had woodwork and we could go
Somebody
learn.
calling me because I don't know what that got to do with the same part.
No, he was
Oh,
saying
I was asking
about
these different-
He's
Yeah,
saying
I'm just
about
telling
the
you,
thing.
it wasn't,
So
at, it wasn't at our school.
you did. So when you get back to like the home ec and stuff, if they're still offering it, it's probably not going to be the same as when we all was in school and what we did.
They had wood shop with the home economics.
No. No, but I'm saying
That's what
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Merge the situation.
I'm explaining the situation because he asked a question about it. So I'm explaining how those classes are pretty much not relevant, and if they is not what we went through. Is what I was saying.
Okay, I just want y'all to stay focused for a second.
Oh, we focus. I'm there.
I just want y'all to stay focused. I want to focus on the teen parent. And then y'all know how we do. We talk about everything, and that's great. But I want us to get the teen parent piece, and then we can talk about, child support, DNA tests, all that.
Which stop.
Why you look at me? I ain't say you had. No, because he used to be a parent.
I brought up DNA, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You brought up some good things.
This is some relevant shit for me.
We were even.
It was.
We were even speaking before we got started, you guys. Diamond K need a advance. Listen.
He said, "This is relevant for me."
So listen, right?
Oh my God, this guy!
Y'all making me hot.
That's the used to be perfect.
It's so hard. It's so hard to keep them on track.
I'm a former father.
We keep it moving. So
see how you just. I done lost.
Yeah. So like I said, we had a lot of different things that we learned that today we use and implement because of what we learned as being at that school. Meaning, working on things as far as parenting with clothes and opening up our own business and things like that. So we will learn how to do entrepreneurship before they even thought about the word entrepreneurship now. So it was a lot of stuff that we learned then that we used to get money to hustle to get what we need for our kids.
So are you saying that without going to Paquin, do you think that you were better off going to Paquin as opposed to staying in your zone school or whatever?
Yes.
School?
Oh yeah.
So like you think if you didn't go to Paquin, it would have been a significant difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I went back to my school my senior year, the beginning, and I was like, ugh. I went back to Douglas, and then the mid-year, I came back to Paquin.
Wow.
I didn't like it. It was totally different. It was hard. So my son went with me my senior year when I enrolled back into to Paquin. He went to the daycare.
That was such a.
They had daycare, so I caught the bus.
That's what I was saying. Like
I caught the bus with my son.
Preschool part,
to school.
the part as well.
I always say.
I didn't want that.
Yeah, I always say my.
That's what
Well, my daughter was in school since she was like 6 months because she went there from the time that she was 6 months until after I graduated. She stayed there. She was there until she was 5. So she went there 2 years after I graduated. And when she went into like kindergarten, that's when she went to regular school. But that was one of the best things that ever happened to me because I did not have to worry about childcare. Right. And they not only, it wasn't just a place where you just took your kid and dropped them off. They allowed you to be involved. We got to take our kids to lunch with us. Mm-hmm. They took them on field trips and, just all kinds of stuff. But they were learning while we were learning. So that was one of the biggest things.
That's like they're getting a literal head start.
So,
right. So they definitely did. I know mine did.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest
That program's not around anymore?
No. And that's why I wanted to do this because I feel like these teen parents need it. It's like this was completely wiped away, the school closed, and that's just it. Wow. So everybody just stay at their home school is what we say. Mm-hmm. You stay at your home school, you walking through the halls and wobbling.
They don't have the resources that y'all have.
That's like because that school is
But you closed. Think about it, if they don't have those resources now because that school is closed. But the resources are available if the schools would take the interest in those teen pregnancy parents. And based on this conversation, my assumption is the schools don't have that interest in the teen pregnancy parents no more.
But even if in Howard County, one school do have this program, Wild Lake High School. They do have this program that Paquin has.
Is that inside?
Inside the school. That's the one school. You go to that school if you have a teen pregnancy. However, if you're talking about each school doing this program, they don't have the funding for that.
No. I was saying
that's why it was just Paquin.
Right.
And before it was Paquin, it was number one.
School in the city that does it.
My mother
I ain't
was
saying
number one,
every school. I'm saying just one school. Like how y'all had it.
Yeah, but I think they should just let them go to one building and then
exactly.
y'all don't have to figure out what's
one
going
in the
on.
city, one in the county.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't think one was ever in the county.
No, ever.
No.
Not in Baltimore
It's
County.
never been in
But
the
it's
county.
just like,
But it should be.
You don't have the resources to do every school.
No.
You got the resources to do one
One school.
Right.
And it's just beneficial. And I mean,
Yeah. But again, it has to be someone that has an interest in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
To
I'm
bring it
saying?
back.
Yeah.
Because the money is there. There's money out there.
Wow.
Oh, definitely.
But you, like you said, you got to have somebody with interest to make it happen. But it's funds out there for it to make it happen. It definitely happen.
Because
you need to try to light a spark or something.
from my vision of what I see, I'm just saying from what I see, just the areas I be in.
Kiara, don't let me.
Kids have their kids at a young age and they stop going to school.
Exactly.
Now that has happened.
It's been happening.
That has happened. Because if you don't have a daycare provider, boy, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
And now that since they have it, like you have to take the father downtown to get those
Which is dumb.
daycare vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
Them girls don't be wanting to take daddy downtown.
Right.
Yeah,
They used to
when
give
you
them like
take
the wrong address or something.
The wrong social. The last four, the wrong
Yeah,
social.
but if we don't,
They used to switch
how
out
many
to
people
social.
know, how many people know they baby daddy? So I mean, I know my ex-husband. Listen, anyway, I'm not gonna go there. But a lot of people don't know they last 4 of these social. So they can't even really give them that.
Oh my God.
Sexy Red over.
No, we not doing that. Not today.
I like Sexy Red.
She's so dirty.
You know,
again.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say,
There ain't no sexy in that read. I'm just saying.
some of the schools, I think Tony was saying, that if they had the resources and everything like that, but it just reminded me that, some of the schools didn't even allow you to go to the school after you reached a certain trimester because you were an insurance liability.
Yeah.
So you either had to go to Paquin or you just did not go to school.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
And look, my daughter, she graduated from Woodlawn last year. And her friend, they would give her the elevator key to get on the elevator to go up to these other floors.
Yeah, I remember seeing that happen.
To go to class.
Dang.
On the third floor.
But that's because there is no alternative.
Exactly.
There is no other school to go to if you're pregnant.
yeah.
But if there was an
Yeah, she
alternative,
couldn't go up all those steps. You know what I mean?
I mean, she could have if she, crossed her legs or something.
But it's still a liability because suppose class
But
without
if she
people running
fall.
down the steps. Or,
Fall, the fight break out.
Absolutely.
They horse playing.
Yeah, you ain't never lying.
A lot.
That horse playing ain't
I
no
didn't think
joke.
about it like that. You're right. There's a lot.
You walking through the halls, you barely can get through there by yourself now.
Right.
You
So
15
then you
minutes.
have a stomach.
Yeah,
Oh,
somebody
no.
bump you. Them boys always.
So is
playing.
the stigma still present? Because
Oh, yeah.
y'all keep saying when we were younger, that teenage parent stigma was thick. Is it still there? Is it still like that now?
It's still there.
It's still
I feel like it's just not as talked about.
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
And I see more pregnant young ladies now than when I was growing up. So
Sweetheart, I don't know about that.
That's not.
You
true.
might not have seen me, but you are in
It
our.
depends on your environment now.
Yeah.
I said,
Like now,
You supposed that's like Baltimore,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
All them little Caucasian girls.
I said I see more of them now than when I was growing up.
It was a lot of.
It was more when we were growing up than it is now. It's some now.
I didn't.
I
Well, maybe because I didn't see it as much. That wasn't what my focus was at that time.
well, you just said you was on the bus trying to go to Paquin.
Right, say it again.
Right. I don't know if we ever heard guys.
Yeah, I was on the bus trying to get over there, but I wasn't looking for the pregnant ones. I was looking for the ones that was going to give it up.
Well,
But in my neighborhood, listen, I grew up in the neighborhood.
You passed
Listen,
16
hold on,
17
hold on.
schools to get up there.
They were the ones you knew was having sex.
That is not just because we was.
That's how I was. That's how it was said to us.
What was your high school?
Right.
I went to Southwestern.
It was a whole bunch of
No.
times. Not so bad.
I grew up in Southwest Baltimore.
Where the hood at?
I grew up when I first moved down there, and all the way up to like I'm gonna say probably my 10th grade year. My neighborhood was infatuated with white people. I wasn't having sex with them. I wasn't that guy.
You know what they call them? Round Pigtown, you know what they call them.
That's where I grew up at.
Yeah, you know what they call them. Us growing up, no offense to them.
No offense.
They called them trailer trash. That's all right.
So some of my friends,
right?
That
listen,
Caucasian.
I have nothing
Mine
against
too.
white people.
Me either.
They just not attractive to me.
I'm finding a hard time believing this. I know your brother.
That's my brothers. That's not me. He married several of them. That's not me.
But are you saying that you didn't see any teenage pregnancy?
That's not
So you
me.
ain't seen none of them white. Listen, this is my show. You ain't seen none of them white girls pregnant.
Cause they half of was over at Paquin. So
They
we got to
was.
go there. They was at Paquin.
And Chrissy, because I
don't know who Chrissy is.
I didn't know you did. I'm gonna show you a picture of her. We didn't meet each other until we was adults. We cousins. We didn't meet each other until we was adults. However, she lived near where y'all live. So I know y'all seen this girl pregnant. She got like 6 kids now.
I don't know Chrissy.
She had 3 while she was at Paquin.
She white?
Mm-hmm.
All the way white, not even mixed.
I don't know who she is.
Right. That's why I like how you not see it. My friends was down there. I had cousins and them down there. Every time we went down there, we knew Sally was.
Who is Sally?
The girl that was around the corner from my cousin's house. The small street near the fire station. Yeah, she was popping.
As they say in the movies.
Washington Boulevard Fire Station.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I wasn't going down that.
No, but I'm just saying from there on over.
Yeah.
So it was. I don't know where you ain't had glasses on.
Yeah,
these are old man glasses.
You ain't going.
I didn't get them until like a couple months ago.
I'm just saying it's a fair share. It's enough. Yeah, I think that is. I know that it's still going on, and it's just not talked about.
Right.
Like I said, the young lady that was gonna come on here is 16 with a 1-year-old, and she's pregnant. So it's definitely still going on.
The stigma was not true. I mean, like I remember them people saying society, like if you had a baby as a teenager, like your life was over. You wouldn't be able to complete things. Mm-hmm. But y'all are living testaments that that's not true.
Right.
Exactly.
Defied the stereotype.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And broke the cycle.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
That's the most important
my
thing.
kids don't have
how to break the cycle.
Right.
Because if you don't break the cycle,
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought now.
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask Monica if the young lady that was coming on, that was going to come on, is she still in school? Do you know?
She is in school.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good. That's a plus.
That is good.
Yeah.
She is.
It would have been good to hear from her because you know she's going through it right now.
Right.
And she's going through it without the resources that y'all had. So it would have been good to hear, you know, like how she make it with some mindset.
Yeah.
Along with the other things she has to deal with.
Yeah.
And what is the
right.
And that's another thing, right? What was I know what you, because you already expressed yours and yours, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't going in detail. Y'all already expressed yours. But I just wonder what the parent dynamic is now for the young lady you talked about compared to when y'all had help from y'all parents and from the school. Because it's a big portion that's missing in what she's going through. So I wonder what her parents are doing to help her along the way in her situation.
It's got to be tricky because you know if you being your parents' kid and then you having a kid, but you're still their kid and you're still a kid. You know what I mean? That's like kind of weird. You know,
kind of, because when you're a teen parent and you have a baby, everybody think you grown.
But you're still a kid.
No, I mean legally. Legally.
Right.
Because
on paper,
once you get pregnant, they can't tell you parent nothing.
Yeah.
They can ask all they want.
So you become an adult.
Exactly. You push to become adult.
Yeah.
So it's a lot you can go do and don't need your parents.
Right.
Like that. That's tricky.
Right. Tricky.
Especially if your mindset.
And if you don't know what you're doing.
But one thing I do see, okay, because I see a lot of parents Now, I ain't watching no grandbabies. Listen, my mother never said that to me.
Yeah, mine too.
My parents never said that, and now,
you are not.
I'm sorry. Some of my nieces, and probably my nephew, I don't know, but they be so mad because my parents would be like, "When Jada coming around here?" Because they get to my granddaughter too.
Right.
Nobody. I don't know what that means. I asked my daughter, like, what days you need me to pick Jada up? Mm-hmm. I'm ready to pick my grandbaby up. As soon as I get there, they be like, Jada's Gigi is here.
But it's good points to it. Even the teenage parent side, just I think outside the box, right? But sometimes if you wait versus having the child earlier, so like your granddaughter is going to have all these great memories of her great grandmother because she's young enough to be. But some people, when you wait, like a lot of us didn't get a lot of time with our great grandparents because it's like our parents waited, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get a couple of years, you don't have those memories, right? But sometimes they have a teenage kid, they won't get memories with
right.
And they get critical life.
Well, that is all cool.
I know it's
the camera's here. Yeah. I am not promoting teen.
No, not at all.
No.
I just don't want.
I like in the dark tunnel.
We talking about the generation.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that I don't want anyone to interpret this as we're promoting teen pregnancy at all. But I definitely get what you're saying because I know my great grandmother passed away the year that I graduated, and it was like I had my son in February. I believe I was going to my farewell or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, she's like, let me see the baby. I'm putting him in front of her. She's like, oh, yeah, this baby black. So I knew she was blind. Like, my baby was bright as I don't know what. Right. So I know at this point, like, okay, I'm like, mine, she got to be. Yeah. So my grandmother, she started crying like, oh, she really blind now. Yeah. But, I had a chance. Right. But because I was amazing.
So you take and my great grandmother passed when I was like 14. Mm.
Yeah, she passed away after I graduated, but I'm just saying, just that whole experience, it was like, what was that?
Yeah.
5 generations.
Yeah,
my mother was a teenage parent, right? So my mother had me her senior year. You know what I mean? And so if she had waited though, it worked out how it worked out. But I'm just saying she waited, like I just would have had no memories really of my
right.
Yeah.
Was you a teenage parent?
Nope. No.
He said that because he said his mom was.
Well, I knew he was right. But I would have been, but
I'm okay with these stories.
But no,
I don't even want to know. He gonna say,
I'll tell you. I said it many times before. So the teenage parent stigma that y'all talking about scared me to death, right? And when my girlfriend, when I got her pregnant, I was thinking, oh my God, my life is gonna be over. It's just me, which means I was too young to be thinking about raising a child. Mm-hmm. I gotta do my music. I gotta do radio. I gotta do stuff. This child is going to hamper what I'm trying to do. You got to get an abortion. You can't mess up my life. That was my mindset.
Did she forgive you to that?
She did.
Oh, I didn't never see.
But so
wait a minute. So she got one.
Yes.
Oh.
See, that would have been your first real kid.
It would have been. Oh. It was.
This man said his first real kid.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna go there.
But listen. But after that, I suffered.
I was about to ask you that.
But but how many more abortions did you talk on people?
Well, that was the only one that I talked on somebody.
Okay,
so all the rest of them, they just did it on their own.
Let me say this. I don't want y'all to, I'm not trying to let myself off the hook, okay? She didn't want to get an abortion, okay? I was very heavy-handed with her about this. You know what I'm saying?
You don't mean you Chris Brown, you just saying.
I threatened. I was very, she didn't want to do it, right? And so, you know what I mean? It's not one of my prouder moments.
I feel like she forgave you for herself. Yeah. I don't think she forgave you
because of what you did.
Because of you.
Yeah, I mean, it
I feel like she
wasn't.
forgave
It's
you.
not something that I'm proud of.
Forgiveness is for you.
Yourself.
But
Right,
I think
not-
that's why I went through the things that I went through because karma's
Absolutely.
real,
Oh,
Absolutely.
and so
Oh yeah, that's why you took care of that child them years and it wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
Look at God.
right.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The karma is real. Yeah,
That's what she said. She probably bought your book and read it
Yeah.
and was laughing herself. With
Ha, ha.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah.
You wrote that in your book?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
That's what the book was about.
But so
I didn't never read the book.
What was it? What is it called? Promote the book.
Promote the book.
You're not the fault.
That was
not
the name of the
That's
book.
absolutely the title.
Are you serious?
You are not the father. You said something. What's that other line? The life and times of a childless parent or something like that.
That's true. That's the
Okay,
title.
that's it. Okay, all right. That's what
Oh,
I'm
I gotta
saying.
get that.
But my thing is that she went on. She has 3 kids. She's married. My first girlfriend, and so her life was right. It was fine. I would have been a fine parent, you know. But it just, I think the stigma of it scared me so much. It overscared me.
Yeah,
That
selfishness of it.
And
Yeah.
after we got pregnant,
Pressure.
I should have just moved forward and we just do what we got to do. You know what I mean? But the boogeyman was so big that I thought, literally, your life's not over. You got to make sacrifices,
Right.
And you got
Okay.
priorities.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they do. They give you that boogeyman stigma that having a baby hinders life. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, especially when you're young and you don't have the one thing assumption wise that a lot of parents, when they hear their kids pregnant, they immediately get mad and they start chastising instead of taking that moment
Right.
to start educating and preparing and bringing them
Exactly.
about. You see what I'm saying? So in that moment, when you had that boogeyman, I don't know if you told or she told y'all parents respectively, but if you told your parents back then, my assumption would be, oh no, you are hot in the pants, this, that. I ain't raising a kid, because that's how I know my parents would have been. You gotta get the fuck up out of here because we ain't raising no kid.
You think they would have said that?
Oh, I know without a shadow of a doubt. I would have been, man. Let me have came home with a baby at 15. My mother and my father would have put me out.
Put you out,
Yes.
but the baby wasn't probably gonna be there. Baby.
Right.
She probably would have kept the baby, but my ass would have been out.
Why?
They go where?
Yeah,
Where you was going?
The fuck up out of her house.
Wow.
I'm
can believe that 'cause I know
I'm telling you
his mother
because
is, but-
my mother is old school, and that's how a lot of those parents are.
Is she old school?
Yeah, 100%.
Back then, I don't think they still put people out. I think it's now that the parents do the stupid stuff now.
They
more
was
than
doing
it
it then
was
too.
back then.
They been doing it then too. All it is a revolving cycle. You just see it more. It's more present now.
I just offer myself, like, to the young lady. I can be a part of your support system. You need something, just call me. Because that's ridiculous. I won't speak too much on her personal situation. But I think teen parents need somebody other than the regular people and their family. You know, they just need somebody that's on the outside.
They need a core support.
That they can get everything out to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Because that's why I have like 27 godchildren.
That's like sometimes I can't accept
I do.
like somebody's opinion. Like if you're not a parent, and I think I've said that to you before.
What?
If you're not a parent, I don't want to hear your opinion because you don't matter. You
Well,
haven't.
he was a parent.
Yeah, but you never.
It wasn't yours.
Right.
It's a difference.
But he still was a parent.
No.
Even when I met him, he wasn't being a parent because she was keeping him from him.
Right.
So listen.
Look at you.
Am I right? Okay. So what I'm
That was a rough time.
all I'm saying is sometimes you need somebody else. Like everybody in this room, there is somebody that you vet to. Because everybody need it. And if you don't have someone to vet to, get you a therapist that legally can't repeat what you're talking about. But you need to get somebody
Get a
to
therapist
talk
anyway.
to. I mean, some people do need them. I agree. I don't think it's bad for anybody.
No, absolutely
But
not.
you can't walk around with all of that weight on you.
Yes.
Right.
Sometimes you got to let it out.
So question, but based on that, just staying on that same topic, when you was going through your situation, was it stressful and, being a teenage parent situation? Was it stressful? Did you have a lot? Did you feel like you was carrying a lot of weight? I want all three of y'all to answer, but was you carrying a lot of weight and trials and tribulations? I guess I want to call it stress with you while you was going through your situation, while you was pregnant and then having the baby and then raising the baby. That's what I mean by the situation.
Well, fortunately for me, my parents didn't act like these other parents. And I'm pregnant. Like, what you going to do?
Right.
I didn't get no more beatings. I didn't get him in that belt.
That was a good
They
thing.
wasn't going to beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was there for me. Like, if I needed a babysitter, my grandmother lived 2 doors from me. Either I took him over there, or she would pack her lunch and everything. Come to my parents, where we lived at. Come to our house, watch him. I come home from school, she go home. So, like, I didn't have stress and all that stuff.
Was this where they live now?
No. We were living
Down,
further
Lombard.
down.
Oh, right.
On Lombard Street.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Actually. So we were literally, our address was 1033. My grandmother's was 1037. Just walk right on
But
over.
I could be,
Either way.
I could be having revisionist history, but it just seemed like a better time to do this. Like, it was more of a village.
Right.
It was.
You know, you had other people in the neighborhood looking out for your youngins.
Right.
You know,
It was. It really
different.
was. And that's because now we have these parents, even within our age group, don't say nothing to my child.
Exactly.
That's why.
What's going on? So we have those parents now.
Yes.
And that's why stuff don't
Society
happen. That's why
it is.
even as far as volunteering at schools, you don't see a lot of parents. You know who you see?
The grandparents. Yep. We call them the grandparents.
Was it stressful for you, like Tony question on?
No, it was not stressful for me. Me and my son father was together, engaged, about to be married. I was 17, I was 14 when I met him. I had my son when I was 17, 2 days before my 18th birthday. My mom was she was a teen pregnancy as well, so she understood what I was going through. She actually said to him jokingly, like, y'all might as well get your own place. Like, you always around here, you always with her. Every time I see her, I see you. And he did. He got our own place. So we had our own place. We lived down the village in the apartments. And it wasn't stressful. My grandmother was a stay-home grandmother. My grandfather as well. So they like, you bring the baby up here before you go to school? Bring the baby up here. My mom literally worked at an elementary school with a daycare inside the building. So they was like, well, you going to bring Teron up here? You know, so I had more of a village. I mean, complete village. I had the school. I had my grandparents. I had my great-grandparents. I had his side of the family. His mother was a stay-home mom. So we was together. So he did landscaping while I went to school. So the days that it was raining, he like, my son staying home. I'm like, no, he need to go to daycare. He like, nope, he's staying home with me. So I didn't have that problem. So it was really just like, I think that's probably why I had additional kids. Because it was okay for me. I didn't have that problem.
Yeah, what about you?
It wasn't that stressful. I don't think that I had time to really even pay attention if it was stressful or not. I did have help. My mother helped me a lot. My daughter was born in February too, and she watched my daughter the rest of that school year when I went back to school, and then my daughter started going back to school with me that September. But I didn't have it was pressure trying to figure things out, but the school was a big village. My mother was a big village that really, really helped me. When I found out I was pregnant, I was going to register for summer school at Western. And my mother looked at me and she was like, you're pregnant, you're going to Paquin. And I was like, what? So she initiated. And I always say that was one of the best decisions that she could have ever made for me. But as far as being super stressed, I just had people to help me figure it out. And I just took the steps that I needed to take. So I really didn't have time to feel the stress, even if I was.
See, and I look at people are funny. Because when they ask questions like that and like, how did you feel being a teen parent? I just feel like my son was a blessing to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because all that fighting and stuff I was
You
doing,
ain't never lied.
I could have been in jail.
Right.
I could have been in some big trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So he slowed you down and got your mind.
You said slow me down.
Yeah, like
Oh,
your
mine
mindset.
definitely.
Oh, it came to a complete halt.
I'm gonna say
Like-
my son slowed me down. I
Yeah, I'm
still
not gonna
was
say
fighting afterwards, but when my last rodeo was on the subway, we was fighting at Mondawmin. I mean,
If you gonna fight,
we was fighting, like we was fighting,
what?
and the girl had cut my face,
Oh wow!
and I literally
Like with like a razor.
with a razor. I took the razor back and I stabbed her, and they was
Okay.
trying to do attempted murder charge for me
Okay.
until a gentleman told them
Man, that's
what
deja vu.
happened. My son was with me at the time. My sister
Whoa.
and my sister, god sister, ended up taking my son. So that was a wake up call. Like, you out here acting stupid and you got a whole son. Who's going to raise your son? Your son is not going to know you. Your son is, like, that was a red flag for me. So then after that, I was like, okay, I can't do this no more. So that was a definitely eye opener for me.
That's great. Kiara, how was your trips to Mondawmin?
She's like, I didn't go. Wait,
I think I might have been to Mondawmin like 3 times in my whole entire life.
Okay, you ain't missed nothing. Just a whole bunch of sneakers. A whole bunch of sneaker shops. Like,
It's a whole bunch of fights, girl. That's
Right,
it.
because that's it.
I
Don't go
stay
down
away.
there. Sure.
I stayed away. Even now, I stay away.
Exactly.
If I don't have to go, but you know what? I promise you, if it's something you're looking for,
Is it more
Mondawmin has it.
that's
Yes.
true. That's true. No, but I had a store at Mondawmin. Mondawmin was funny. My parents met at Mondawmin.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
I
You
believe
telling
it.
them?
I
I know
believe
you
it.
know.
Oh,
I believe it.
Yeah.
I heard the story already.
Yeah.
you talked about this on the show?
Yeah, remember y'all was talking about how y'all parents been together for so long. I was the only bastard person on the show.
Oh, my
Nobody said that on the show. We didn't say that.
I don't know about you, but our parents been together forever. What does that say? Hey, bastard.
Sean said wherever he is lying. We did not call him a bastard.
Oh, wow. He played
guy.
too much.
This was a great
This
discussion.
guy.
This was a very great discussion. Yes.
That's good. Let's talk
I
about
learned
DNA
a
test
lot.
real quick.
I did too.
What?
Yeah, because Dr. K wanted to bring up DNA test.
Did I?
Because he had to get one. Yeah, we heard you. We
I
heard
did.
you.
So why did you?
Did they offer that at the school?
No.
I just want to
At
fight
the
somebody.
doctor.
No, because he brought it up and you
I
said,
did. I asked him, but he shot it down. We ain't talking about DNA test now.
Well, we're there
At
now.
the school, I don't think they offered it.
No. They
You probably
did.
had to do it at your doctor's office, but not at the school.
I owned at the
Wow.
child support office. I don't know about at the doctor's office.
oh, yeah, they do.
But if you
I
get
didn't have to do
paternity-
that.
I didn't,
child
I didn't
support?
do it.
Mm.
No, I mean, he didn't request it.
My daughter father did, but they said no, and he said no. Don't worry about it.
I'm not
He
on child
did
support.
right
I've
there.
never been taken to child support.
We was talking
But
about DNA. but
my
we do child
siblings,
support
no,
too.
I'm just saying, my siblings, one of them went to child support and asked for a DNA test.
And what did they say?
They gave it to him.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
something.
I'm assuming to get child support out of the
The system.
Yeah.
whatever.
Paternity
Yeah.
has to be established in order for the.
You know how it can also be established? That's my child.
Or that.
And
Right.
That's it too. Yeah.
But, however, in this day and age, they should just do it when the baby born.
So y'all wouldn't have a problem with that?
I don't
know.
have a problem
I wouldn't
with
have a problem with that. No.
No.
For what?
I really don't have a problem with it because
You know,
I am not
you-
having
Right. You should know who you slept with.
But listen,
You know
listen,
why some-
that's
y'all-
fine. You know
Don't
who
say
you
y'all,
slept
but-
with,
I'm saying y'all would
but
know.
I don't know who you slept with.
Oh wow.
That's how it's going these
Yes,
days.
And no, it's always been that way because our grandparents
right.
would say
That's
mama's
it.
babies, daddy's
Baby's
babies.
Right.
So it's
The
always
only thing
been
is
that
definitely
way.
is the mother.
It's the mother.
Exactly.
Everything else.
Not all the
Yeah.
time now.
And that's probably why
Well,
my
she
children
pushed them
are.
out.
Yeah,
But
it's always
that-
mama's
They
know
baby.
you
could have
put
had
them
a insemination.
Oh, yeah.
So, can't
No,
Right.
say that
I'm
no more.
saying, well, yeah, but I'm saying in the instance for us, and y'all got boys, so y'all would have these feelings. If
Oh, you
a lady
dang on
come
right.
up saying she pregnant, y'all go want confirmation.
But
Yeah,
it's funny
Exactly.
because the mother it's just something about the mother
Who knows?
knows.
Yes.
You talking the mother of the child?
No,
No.
the grandmother.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The mother
I didn't know
knows.
that's true though.
It's your intuition. It's your intuition.
What? Wait, raise your hand.
It's the intuition.
That's not always true. Because this girl came to my parents' house. We was living on Lombard Street.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. This girl came there with this baby, this crying ass baby.
Oh God!
I'm
And
not.
I was over it. This little girl, I was like, oh my gosh, this baby just
So she's an
keep
infant.
crying. Yes. I'm like, oh my
Y'all
God,
about to die.
Jesus Christ.
You know
Like,
this
gonna
story.
scare my baby. Wait a minute. So, I don't think you heard this. I don't even know.
I don't know.
But listen, at the end of the day, the girl, my mother like, oh, she cried just like him.
Oh, wait a minute. I do know the story. I do know the
My
story.
mother said, I ain't never touched that girl. Get out of my life.
She cried just like him. How did she
No,
cry just like
Just
him?
make that cry, baby. Just like you.
My mother was like, don't mind him. You know, my mama just got this big old heart. She said, oh, y'all don't tell you got that DNA test and it wasn't his baby. My mother was like, baby, I'm so sorry.
But see, your mother
Baby, you can't
different.
bring that baby here. That ain't my grandbaby.
Yeah, she different.
She said, I'm so sorry. Throw these bottles away that you left me.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh!
But my mother
And she probably did it the sweetest way.
And see, that's how my mother is. My mother is like the community mother.
Yeah,
And I got that from her. I'm like the community mother.
Well, I ain't about to be
But-
nobody. Listen, I'm gonna look out for you.
I
Y'all can't
am.
be coming to my house. I ain't feeding everybody.
Now
I
I
ain't
do
doing all
that.
that.
I did let kids live at my daughter. Then brought some kids home. They mother put them out. I'm like, oh my God! All right, fine. Just let them stay. My whole house is a community.
Yeah, I ain't
Even
doing that.
even with you taking the
No, I ain't doing that.
taking the teen pregnancy part out of this, right?
Mhm.
It is a lot more parents these days just putting their kids
Yes,
out.
for no
It is.
reason. I'm not gonna
Like-
say it's no reason
And-
because
and-
these kids are disrespectful.
Because of social media.
But
They are.
but
They
but
are.
this,
Because of
but
social
this,
media.
I get the kid being disrespectful.
They disrespect in a way
still-
we never would even have thought about.
Exactly.
We wouldn't even have thought about being
But, and I say but, because I have to go here. I also noticed a lot of people within our age group, not everybody went to Paquin. You remember Chanel, my former co-host?
Yeah.
Y'all know Chanel too,
Mhm.
because she was a Paquin. But I noticed a number of us, and it's a large amount of us, have at least one child that suffers from mental illness.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's because of that era or like us being
It's a good point.
teen parents.
Mhm.
I
It was
don't.
that era because they was
I
allowing
don't
us
know.
to drink lead water,
Nah, but
and they was not telling us.
That's a good point, though.
I'm not laughing. I'm being dead ass
No,
serious.
no, no. I was about to say
They was
absolutely
allowing us to
right.
drink lead water.
I don't know if that's it, but
It is.
I can say, I don't know because I always ask that question like, well, why is it that he's the only one of my
Exactly.
children that is, dealing with that? But I will also say that I was getting that depot shot when I got pregnant with him too. So I don't know if that played a
Could've
part
played a
either.
part.
I
in it.
didn't.
So I don't know.
I didn't have the depot shot.
No, and that's okay, but what I'm saying is
what was Depo shot?
it's a shot.
Birth control.
Birth control.
They get it now.
Yeah.
And it's still, my daughters get that shot.
Yeah. Mine's
Like one game weight from it, one
one
day.
didn't. Yep.
Every 3 months.
every 3 months. Yeah.
Wow.
But see, my thing was when I went back to get my shot, they supposed to give you a pregnancy test.
test. Yeah.
They didn't give me the pregnancy test. They just gave me the shot. So then when I went back for my next shot, that's when I found out I was pregnant. Because that nurse actually gave me the pregnancy test. So I could have been pregnant when I went to get the shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, I'm not
So-
sure,
And
but
back
I didn't
then, wasn't
have.
that the only form of birth control? Pretty
No.
much.
No, but I didn't want that thing in my arm.
Yeah.
What was that?
North Plant. I
didn't
had
want
that,
in
and
my
I got
arm.
pregnant with my daughter with the North Plant.
Do they still do that? The patch thing?
Yeah,
It's a
we still
patch.
do it. Yeah, it's a
I'm
patch.
not using nothing. I'm gonna have pills first.
Yeah, they
I'm
got
not using
they got all
nothing.
types of stuff now. They got beaver rings and
Yes,
all that
all
crazy
that,
crap.
Yeah, they didn't work for me. So
Yeah.
None of that worked for me.
here's Oh, I can't say what worked for me because I don't want my mother to be watching what I say. But
Well, my mother knew because I told her.
But at this day and age,
them kids is here.
I'm not having no more. I'm a grandparent, so I'm not even.
Oh, well, mine's is going.
Yeah, I'm not
playing.
Even, yeah.
That last 14-year-old.
And I'm waiting, and I mean waiting for another grandchild. They can wait as long as they need to wait.
Well, I have a granddog.
Oh,
I don't have
She just said waiting as long as they can wait.
gosh.
Yeah, mine don't want none.
That's good.
Yeah, my
I got
daughter
a long
didn't
way to
want
go
one,
to
and
get to
now
that
my daughter
place.
before on May 15th. She didn't want none.
I got a long way to go to get to that place.
Yeah,
Are
he
you nervous?
has babies.
Are you nervous?
I am. I'm more nervous for my kids growing up,
Because
period.
you got girls, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How old are your kids now?
9 and 2.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's nowhere near. You know,
you got the
92
good stages.
92 was a good year.
That's the good stages. 9 and 2. Mm-hmm.
I hope that's Diamond K going on. What was
Yeah.
it?
No.
No, that was you. I'm sorry. I don't put my phone on vibrate.
But this actually gave me a lot of education and information to have those conversations with them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going?
Oh, she about to be on her period.
She
So
already on the period.
Oh,
That's what we was talking about.
You wasn't paying attention before.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that
Are
one.
you
That's
gonna
the
be
baby
a father
girl.
like with the shotgun at the door?
Oh, I got hella
You're gonna
guns.
be like Will
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Listen, I got hella guns.
So you gonna be that father?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like in Bad Boys.
Intimidating.
Listen.
Kiara,
Listen, my raised girls, right? The two that I raised, I told them.
That's what the first baby mother, y'all. I'm sorry, go ahead.
How old are the raised girls?
20.
The raised girls.
So
Why are you calling them the raised girls?
that's what I call them.
That's
They're my
what he
first
said.
raised children. I raised them. I
He
didn't
said
create them. My first raised daughters. They're the first.
They
That's,
not
I call them
raised. They
raised,
daughters.
raised because they are the ones who made me a father.
Then say
Yeah, but stop saying
daughters.
raised. Let's drop that off.
Just say
They know that
daughters.
you're not the creator.
Because I
I would be offended. I would be
Right.
offended.
I'm
They
like,
not.
what you mean
the
raised?
family is not blood. Family is how you treat someone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you can take raised off. These
And
are
then your daughters.
These are your daughters. So you got 4 daughters, basically.
Yeah. Well, if you count all of them, it's 6.
6. That's what I'm saying. So the raise is done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are they married? Any of these ladies married?
No.
They get married, you walking down the aisle, right?
Exactly.
99 times out of
That's
100,
what I'm
yes.
saying. Yeah, so that
He's gonna take him in their bed. They did.
She
I'm
played
just
too
joking.
much.
Yeah. But no,
That's
the one just turned 24. The other one's about to turn 22.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So how were you when they was at the point of dating?
Everything your boyfriend do to you, I'm gonna do to him before I kill him.
One of them didn't have a boyfriend.
Well,
So,
yeah.
She had
She
a
had
girlfriend.
no-
so at that
He had a
at
girlfriend.
that point in time,
Still the same.
that's what the conversation was.
Yeah.
No, because he can't do nothing to him. To
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
What he gonna do to her? He going to jail.
He going to
You can't-
jail when
you
he going
can't-
to
Going to jail either way.
Ain't no circumstance.
But it gets worse when you
No.
a female.
No, it ain't.
No.
Hey,
Butch, you gonna get treated
well
well.
as his boyfriend. It will be different. If he did it-
What?
What? She gonna say, I'm done. Not.
you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If Chris Brown was a boyfriend, it was different.
No, it's
Hold
not.
Smack it up.
Hold
We all
up.
No, it's
If
not.
Chris Brown
It's not.
hit Quavo, it's better.
Right, because
If they
Quavo,
don't hit the
please, let me tell you, it depends. Because
Oh.
Quavo can still say, oh.
No,
Be
but
on
listen.
but he's still a man.
It don't
I
matter.
don't-
No,
I don't know, because with all this gender identity stuff, those things
Exactly.
might change.
Things change.
That may be something to question and investigate.
It doesn't
But if you're going
matter.
after a stud, well, no, she would probably be a
She gonna say I identify as a man.
Exactly.
No, she not.
That's
Your daughter is a stud.
But if she identify as a man, then what?
But she won't identify as a man because your daughter, when studs don't get together, I ain't never
No.
seen
That's
that.
together. That's
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I'm
No, I'm not saying two
That was
studs. I'm just
great.
saying that if me as a man,
Well, you wouldn't say this to
Your daughter.
your son's girlfriend.
Yes,
that,
I
but,
would.
Whatever you do
bro,
to him, I would
she's
do to you.
talking.
Yes, I would.
Right.
She's talking now. Back then, I don't know. She had a little boyfriend back then, actually.
Over.
Yeah, but I
That was
don't
probably
know.
your front
I
like
don't.
Chanel did.
Probably so. I don't know.
You know what?
But
What's happening?
yeah,
That's not all I can talk about.
yeah.
I'm just saying. No, it probably wasn't a front. She probably tried to figure it out, and then she realized that
that's not
it.
what she told me.
Okay.
She was, yeah.
Okay.
No, she was that way for a long time. That was my road dog.
And she just didn't want nobody to know.
Well, later on she came out with it, but in the early stages, they knew.
Yeah, they knew.
She never wore a dress her whole childhood.
Right.
The only dress she ever wore her whole life was when she went to my prom with me.
And you know when they don't wear a dress and they put one on, you be like,
but they just awkward. Awkward.
But that was my dog. That was my man. Listen, that was my dog.
So you was gonna punch her in the mouth?
Who? Chanel?
Somebody like, yeah. If they did something to you.
Not Chanel, no.
I ain't saying her.
She's not saying her. Somebody like
Her
her.
girlfriend.
Yeah. So if your daughter was a femme, would she? You would punch somebody like Chanel in the mouth?
Of course not.
Probably not. It
You
was
gonna
just
get somebody else to
conversation.
do it?
Probably so.
Yeah.
It was just conversation. It was just
That's all it is.
It was
You
it
got
putting
somebody
fear
for somebody.
into a person. Like
Right.
our parents.
But they get papers on you when you threaten them like that.
Yeah, but
Then they bring you the papers.
I wasn't thinking at
and then
that
they had to
time.
come
Yeah,
take
we
your sign off.
Yeah. I wasn't
And
thinking at that
pressing
time.
charges.
Who?
Ivan Bates.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I ain't going through that now. Because
We ain't
I'm way
talking
more
about
smarter
that.
now. Because see, I watch Deadly Wives. I watch First 48. I watch Forensic Files.
So let me wrap up with the teen parents, y'all, before we get into.
I think we've already wrapped up.
No, but I mean, like summarize it. And,
This was great.
yeah.
All of
So, so to summarize, and real quick, y'all, if you don't want to talk to your parents or your school nurse, or your school nurse, you don't have a close family member you can confide in without your business going around the entire family. There are some people that do that.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure Planned Parenthood is still in existence.
Yes.
I remember when I was a teenager, because I told you I did what I wanted to do. We used to go to them classes, and the woman said, "Don't let no boy tell you that his penis is too big for a condom." She take the condom, put it all the way on her foot, and pull it all the way up. Sure did. So they still have those programs though, because I called and I checked because I plan to do something bigger where we have like somebody from these different organizations there to speak on it. Because some people, because they don't have the information, they don't know about it. Because like my mother didn't know what to do with a cycle. That's something that, we talked about, but her mother didn't know because her mother didn't tell her. So it's a cycle. So we can't always fault the parents. But I feel like in this day and age, when you go putting your children out for being pregnant, I'm faulting you.
Yeah, that's stupid.
So yeah. So there are resources. If you're watching and you're a teen parent, I did want to speak to a grandmother who is now raising her grandchild. She commented on the post. I don't know if she's tuned in or not, but Tony knows her very well. It's our cousin, and it's her son. So just imagine you have to get the baby. I'm gonna say take. You take the baby from your son and the child's mother. Now the court has given her custody, but these people weren't ready then, and now her son is 18, and they still ain't they still not ready.
Why would you give him back?
She got custody. They ain't giving
But that's
back.
what I'm saying.
But you can still be a part of your child's life. They're not ready for even that much. So I'm gonna see if I can get her to openly speak, here, because I'm sure there's some parents that's out here. I'm not going to raise my grandbaby. I tell you that much.
You can say it, but when those circumstances hit, things are different.
Definitely.
I mean that. I'm not going to raise my grandchild at all. I feel like her mother does an awesome.
That's different.
Job. I can't speak on nobody else. I said Monica, will not be raising Jada. I assist in every way possible. And whenever I try to do something for her mother be like, "Oh, I got it. I'm like, girl, let me do what I want to do." And I became a sneakerhead. So when I buy tennis shoes, I buy Jada's. Right. She don't need no more tennis shoes. girl.
Mind your business.
I'm going to buy what I want to buy.
Mind your business.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You stay in your lane. I'm gonna stay in mine.
That's just what
I keep my mouth closed on that one.
Yeah, she just don't get trying.
She ain't doing nothing wrong.
No, because I'm in the same boat.
We go to Walmart. She
I don't have no range.
Gigi, I want that.
I don't have no range. I do that for my kids. Every time I go buy one, I buy my kids one. But I get that they got enough tennis shoes. I'll be like, no, they don't.
That's funny. So this is the first of future special conversations like this?
Yes.
I like this. We need to do this again.
Before we even close out the round table, I do want to thank Kiera for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank
coming
you for inviting me.
Guest co-hosting and round tabling, and girl, you got to come on more often.
So what you got to plug? What's behind you on the wall?
Hey, I was trying to get there. Sorry. Jesus, he just always want to take over. Go on, Kiera, answer him, please.
Oh, that's just a poster that I have.
No, tell us what you're doing. Don't do it.
That's just a poster that I have. I wrote a book a couple years ago, and I'm also a life coach for teen parents and single parents.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. So how can people reach you?
Hold on. Tell us what you're doing now, because I've been tuning in. Come on now, stop it.
Oh, right now I just started a YouTube channel called Unapologetic Life with KD. And basically, I decided to do that because I just live an unapologetic life. Like, I don't apologize for the things that I know I'm purposed to do, the things that I want to do. And I think sometimes, and I know, Monica, you can relate, to this. Sometimes just as women, we unintentionally apologize when we really don't need to. Mm-hmm. But, on the channel, I do discuss teen parent topics and things that, all the things that I learned, whether it was in teen parenthood, single parenthood, or whatever the case may be, just to share them with other people who, don't have the resources like we were talking about earlier, because we learned so much at that school. I refuse to just sit on what I learned and not share it. And I know, when I do talk to teen parents, I try to make sure their parents are included in most of the conversations, because I found a lot of times the parents don't know either. And I also noticed that parents today, with social media and all of that, like you mentioned, they spend a lot of time trying to be their children's friends versus their parents first. Mm-hmm. And I tried, with my kids, I've told them forever, I'm your parent first, but I will be friendly with you. Now, when they got grown, we can be friends now, you know what I mean? But as they were growing up, I refused to play that friend role. But I think today you will see parents doing the things that they do with their friends, with their children. And I don't mean grown children. I mean teenage children and children that aren't even teens. Where we came from, a time where it's like, get out of grown people's business. You don't need to stay in the same room. You don't need to be a part of this conversation. Mm-hmm. But, I just talk about an array of things. I just started it, but it was just, put on my heart to do it, because I talked to, in the past, I've talked to so many teenagers who, like Monica mentioned before, they're scared. They don't know. Their parents may not be leading them in the right direction or encouraging them to speak their truth or be themselves or, learn more about the life that they're in. So that's just, my main goal is to let people know that you don't have to apologize for being a teen parent. You don't have to apologize for being a single parent. You don't have to be ashamed. Mm-hmm. Just walk in your purpose and keep going, and don't let life make you stop. So
that's right.
You're right.
So the book you talk about, what's the name of the book?
The name of the book is called Notes to Self, and it's basically, I wrote it in 2018, but I'm currently revising it. And I wrote the book because it was, just a summary pretty much of things that I wish somebody would have told me as a teen parent and as a single parent. I caught myself a lot saying, dang, I wish somebody would have told me this, or I wish somebody would have told me that. And so I just put it all together and put it in a book. And it's good material. It's an easy read because I wanted anybody to be able to read it. And I've heard, from multiple people, from teenagers to, people in our age group to people in their 70s, being able to pass the information on and use some of it for themselves too.
One more question for you.
Sure.
Purpose in your pulse. Is that another one of your sayings?
Yeah. I know you can see all of that.
Yeah.
You can see that whole back wall.
I did not know you could see all of that. But purpose in your pulse, I just feel like as long as you have a pulse, you have purpose. And even after you don't have a pulse, you have purpose if you do what you're supposed to do.
Amazon?
Like while you have a pulse, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
Got you.
It definitely makes sense. So we encourage everybody to go support, purchase.
Thank you, Monica.
Book. Yes, right there. Look,
it's on Amazon.
Yes.
And you can get it Monday, April 29th, if you order it within 6 hours.
And all you gotta do is not buy that crab cake dinner. Right. I'm not gonna say that. Get your crab cake dinner.
I was gonna say get your crab cakes.
While you read the book.
Crab cakes like I used to. So.
Oh my! But I still listen. I tell you, it's the mop.
Look, when I come up there, trust and believe, we going to get a crab cake.
Yes, listen. It's a must. It's a must. So listen, get your crab cake dinner, order your book. Then when your book comes, get your crab cake dinner and read the book. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's a good thing to do.
Okay.
Yes, honey.
That's why I said okay.
Yeah.
Monica, I just want to say one thing to you before I go. First, I'm super duper proud of you.
Thank you.
Because we know what it was, right? And just to see somebody that, I know you graduated, I graduated first, right?
Right.
But it's such a blessing to be able to see, us doing what we are called to do and living in our purpose. And, like you said, and Shantae, is that her name? I'm sorry.
Yes, that's Shantae.
Okay. Our kids were not teen parents, right? Like that's something to be proud of.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're not boastful of it, but we proud of it because one, like my daughter, she's like, I broke the cycle. I'm like, girl, I broke the cycle. Whatever. You did.
Right.
So like, I'm super duper proud of you. And Shantae too, even though I don't know you, but just to be, in a space where you can pay it forward and give back and, just be that example and that light for somebody who how it felt when you found out you were pregnant, when you were scared that you were pregnant, when you didn't know if you were pregnant or not, or what you were going to do. Like, that's such a big deal. And me and Monica briefly talked about it via text. Like, people are not there for these kids like they used to be. Exactly. And it's sad. Like, it really breaks my heart because it's like, all you got to do is just talk to them and show them that you care. Yeah. And then that might put a spark in them to do better or change their mind from whatever they thought they wanted to do. So, right. Monica, keep going. I'm so this just warmed my heart.
No crying. Nope, we ain't crying today.
Thank you. Listen, we are both in the same category. We are both pushing forward. Mm-hmm. We are both trying to motivate these teen parents to know if you have a baby, your life is not over. Exactly. We're not promoting teen pregnancy, but we just want you to know, just because you had a baby does not mean your life is over.
Exactly. That's just the beginning.
So that's what I'd stick with right there. Your life is not over. Mm-hmm. They need to understand that. It is a lot of parents that just be like, parents of the teen parents.
Right.
Yeah.
Be like, what you gonna do now? No, I don't want to be that person.
Right.
I want to be the person opposite of their parent. Exactly. So yes. So I'm not saying my daughter. Listen, it's enough of us right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. You can reach out. Is it okay, y'all?
Oh yeah.
If they reach out, if you need a listening ear, I'm a little more hands on with the young lady that I'm in contact with. Mm-hmm. The one that's having have a child on the way, but it's like
And I have resources. I even have.
I love when she say, "You my second mother." I be like, "Wait a minute."
You might as well own up to it.
Own up to it.
Own up to it. Yup, because that kid call you grandma, so go there. Mm-hmm.
No, they not. No kid is ever gonna call me grandma because I don't like grandma. That's why my granddaughter called me Gigi.
Gigi.
So
they call you Gigi, she gonna be pissed. So you got to get another name.
You might be right.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all not.
That's funny.
Yeah, we
had to laugh a little bit. I had to make sure my tears go back up in here. Right. So listen, life can be challenging, but we here. We still here.
Yeah. And
we good. So you gonna have to come to Baltimore.
Oh yeah. I'm planning to come up there well, let me not lie. Before Thanksgiving, I will be up there.
Okay. So all right down to Thanksgiving.
That give her space. That give her whole space.
Look, where you at? We might come to you. I like to say, where you at?
I'm in Georgia, but I was going.
Oh, girl, what part you in? I got family down there. I can come swing by and see you too.
They said $49.
Sure did.
And that's an hour and a half flight.
No, we gonna go
an hour some change outside of Atlanta. Yeah.
You real?
About an hour and a half outside of Atlanta.
Girl, I got family in Dorothy.
Stonebridge.
I got my uncle and them in Peachtree. Oh,
we ain't even talking about
I used to live in Peachtree.
Hey, all the people.
I can stay at other people's house and then come to hers.
Look,
I can do my rounds.
Listen,
I ain't going to Decatur though.
no, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about any part.
That's
Elias' car was taken. Her runner was taken.
No, it sure was.
I don't go downtown too much. I go downtown Little Baltimore.
Didn't they say like
right, because that's exactly what it is.
So they stole 2 rentals from
it. It ain't nothing but Baltimore down there.
Like, he's getting hurt.
That's all it is. All Baltimore did was go down there.
Not me. I'm not leaving here. She did.
Listen, I call Randallstown and Owen Hills Upper West Baltimore. That's down South Baltimore. Atlanta is South Baltimore.
It is.
Owens Mills and Randallstown is the upper side of West Baltimore. Yeah. Because the only thing they did was move from Park Heights up there.
Yeah.
Well, explain to me what happened when you moved over east from South Baltimore.
Oh, I'm a Park. Listen, well, that was the only good house that was available.
Wait, what? Oh my God!
Yeah, no. For what I paid for my house and what I got, that was the only.
It's a little
available.
cheaper, like when you go that route.
Yeah,
you get a little more space for the price.
You go that way, then you go.
But no, I went East Baltimore, and all the crime came with me.
Oh wait, I went to Columbia, and they out there too.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know why? Because they got people transferred. They Section 8 to Baltimore County.
They wasn't doing that at
Columbia. They allowed that stuff, so that's why.
Yeah, somebody
first one out there.
What you say,
oh my gosh!
I was just saying. Plus, like with all the redlining and stuff, like what they doing to the city, and all of the people that was living in the city, they can't afford those houses now. Those houses, like by
they all going up.
Well, they ain't went nowhere. I don't know, because I was about to go to y'all. None of us live in the city. Mm-hmm. I was about to say something about the mayor. Brandon. Listen, if I could vote, I would vote for Brandon.
I would.
Out of all the people,
he's trying to change.
Don't make me talk politics because I can't. What is the chick name that's running for city council?
Not the chick.
Yeah, I'm calling another chick.
What district?
City council president.
Oh, Shannon Sneed.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely
I
not.
read Shannon, but let me tell you about this chick and her commercial, and I wanted to say it. And I'm gonna make this a clip because I want to be very clear. Miss Shannon Sneed, dear sweetheart, how your commercial is gonna say, I won't be thinking about my problems. I'll be focused on the city problems. Are you really trying to bring up because he was getting a divorce and because the man owed for taxes? So you want to say that Mr. Mosby, but it's not focused on. Girl, listen, sweetheart, and she got her daughter in the commercial.
I like them.
Any skeletons in the closet, baby girl.
Everybody got skeletons.
As soon as you get elected,
they gonna find it. They're gonna find it.
Anything can happen.
545 searching right now.
Did they show a husband?
No.
Her husband?
Yeah.
No.
Where was he at? I ain't seen him in a commercial.
He wasn't in that commercial.
That commercial, but
Exactly, but she can get a divorce.
He's on a website.
He's on the website.
Yeah.
They can get a divorce. He can cheat. He can make a baby. He can do so many things can happen within time that I feel like when she said that,
she too shy.
like, girl, are you crazy?
No, she didn't say nothing will happen. She said, I don't care about it.
Ooh.
I like Nick Mosby because he's the no, I ain't got no. He's the challenge.
You know you from South.
He's the challenge to the city politics. Like he's not just going to go with everything the mayor's saying. Like, but as far as the
your vibrator going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not like far as like so. When Brandon became mayor, he revised the board of ethics, and he became the controlling vote for contracts.
Estimates.
Yeah, the board of estimates, and he became the controlling vote for the contracts. And every time he said yes, 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 even though they're questioning contract, Nick Mosby say no, no, no.
But that's the normal relationship between the president and city council. And
right.
Yeah.
They normally going to be at opposite ends. You know what I mean? I think, but he also wanted to be mayor too.
Who?
Nick Mosby.
Oh yeah. I know that.
Like,
but he knew he wasn't. He knew he wasn't going to beat not in that cluster of people because there was too many big fishes in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he knew he ain't have a run.
I mean,
politics is really something that Diamond K be in. I don't really be in that, but
you do not like Sheila Dixon.
Oh no!
None of us.
No.
Why? I didn't know.
Why would you put?
But I'm gonna tell you this: she has
their true colors. Like that's stupid.
She has the best chance at becoming mayor now. Simply,
he's ahead of her though.
It's between Brandon Scott and Sheila Dixon.
It was that way before.
Back in the day, Sheila Dixon was with us.
She has more of a chance now because everybody's mad at Brandon because they feel like he can control what's going on.
He can't control it.
But you can't tell that the people who think that the president controls the gas prices.
They don't.
And they don't.
The president don't control
it. Because the gas price, they're like, gas prices was lower under Trump.
No, it wasn't.
Nothing to do with them. Right.
But gas prices wasn't lower underneath of him.
It wasn't.
So can I say something? It wasn't Brandon that closed the rec centers. It was
Sheila.
Right. That's from the commercial.
But it's the truth.
I remember that, Monica.
It's the truth.
Sheila had the mass incarceration policy because Ed Norris was her police commissioner.
Yeah, exactly.
And because they didn't tell on Martin O'Malley. Look, listen, I'm into the politic game. If she told on Martin O'Malley, she wouldn't have went to jail.
Right.
She didn't tell on Martin O'Malley, so they took her down.
Right.
They took Ed Norris with them.
Like they did the same thing with Hogan.
It's the only thing that
same thing.
When y'all for people
it's the
speak against
curse.
Sheila Dixon, they say corruption or what she did. But when we really look at what she did, it wasn't a big amount, right? Well, it wasn't a big thing.
It's the point she did it.
I'm saying all politicians got to make deals.
Let's say this. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal if you look at what? The gas cards?
Right.
Or if you look at the fact that she was given the gift card. Or you look at the fact that she was giving her boyfriend contracts to the city without going through
let me ask you a question though. Is it the same boyfriend that was throwing stuff at it and all that when she was on the interview?
No.
Because let me say this. If you can't control what's going on in your house, I don't want you to
can't control what's going on. But what's the truth?
No, the boyfriend.
No, but she can't control what's going on in her house. Yeah. He knew she was doing the interview. Yeah. He talked about this and died in the background.
You know what he threw at her,
She
right?
ducking.
Do you know what he threw at her?
No.
Gift cards. Gift cards.
A bra.
She didn't call that.
Gift cards.
She wouldn't have done that.
She'd have been like, ha-ha, gotcha.
She would have been like, wide receiver. Sorry.
We didn't get a wide receiver in the draft, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
You picked one today.
Is Sheila Dixon your pick?
You better not.
You definitely
you better not.
I don't know. I like Brandon and I like Sheila.
No.
I think they both want best for the city.
Brandon got city behind him. City and body.
I think
hey, now don't forget, Indian guy is in the mix too.
Oh, he don't count.
Yeah.
Big
Naraja.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't think he has some good.
He made
some good points.
But he still at the lower the totem pole.
He may be the one. He may be the one that
come up and
be the dark horse.
He wasn't the one last year, so he ain't gonna. I mean, the last time
before he was running for state's attorney.
It don't matter what he run for, he ain't getting it.
If y'all remember when O'Malley got in, nobody was expecting
him to get in either.
The black vote was split, and then
he came slid right in.
So it is possible.
I don't think it's possible for him,
but not for him. But it is possible.
All he's holding on to is the shooting that happened at
Brooklyn.
at Emersonville, Squeezy Boy.
The school.
That one by Popeyes. That shooting, the squeegee kid, and then the BGE, he go down there and he stopped them from doing that construction. That's all he have on this.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. I'm gonna tell you something crazy about him, right? I've interviewed him a lot. He's cool. I don't have a problem with him. We were at an event at CCBC on Liberty.
CCBC.
All right. It was a candidate forum. Went in the bathroom. Okay, so you know how it is. You in the bathroom. You don't go to the stall. If there's an open stall, if it's 3 stalls and somebody
one y'all get on one end, one y'all get on the other.
100%. So that's what I did, right? So and you don't really be talking to
you don't talk to nobody while you peeing, right? Man code.
I went to the stall. It's a stall in between us, and he had that stall. Mm-hmm. He was already there. He finished right as I was starting. He just left.
So he didn't wash his hands. Oh my God!
He can't get my boat.
He cut the water on. I'm not saying that means you can't be mad. I'm just saying don't shake the nigga hands, okay?
Yo, that's one of my pet peeves.
That's crazy.
That's one of my pet peeves.
That's why I was so glad when COVID hit.
And that's how COVID was going.
Real quick, right? It's a guy, he retired. There's a mechanic at our job. He retired. And there's another mechanic. And then it was another guy who was a crew chief. He died. The one mechanic that didn't retire, his name is Frank. Frank stood in the door.
Oh, he said name.
Who? Frank stood in the door and stopped the crew chief from coming out because he came out the shitter and didn't wash his hands. And the mechanic that retired was standing on the other side of the door. And he was like, Frank, let me in. I got to go to the bathroom. He said, I'm not letting you out till such and such wash his hands. They went and got the superintendent. The superintendent said, Frank, please move and let him out. The mechanic has to go to the bathroom. He said, I'm not moving until he washes his hands. So the superintendent told the guy, the crew chief, just go wash your hands. And he said, you're not my father. I don't have to do it. The mechanic that retired.
These are grown people.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. This is no exaggeration. The mechanic that retired started trying to push the door open to get in the bathroom. And Frank pushed the door back closed. Like, no, not till he washed his hands.
Why can't somebody else come in?
Because he would have tried to check out. The mechanic that retired shit himself standing at the door. Oh! Yo still wouldn't let the man out to wash his hands. The superintendent basically threatened him with nothing he could threaten him with. He basically told him, if you don't wash your hands, I'm going to write you up and suspend you. That's what made him wash his hands. That was the only way they could get Frank to move.
At that point, pride kicked in.
Yeah.
It was like,
that is nasty.
Yo, that went on for like 10 minutes.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
He stayed out the shitter and would not wash his hands.
That's why he got retired. He said, fuck these motherfuckers.
He said, now I'm in bars. I didn't shit
freely.
Right.
Now Frank name is no, that's the guy that retired. No, they call Frank bathroom cop. Like mall cop.
Oh my God.
They call him stall cop. That's actually what they call him.
Frank.
Exactly. That's you and Frank. I appreciate you, Frank. We need some more Franks in the world.
Yes.
No, he was not letting them out the bathroom. And the mechanic stood there and shit himself. But it is.
That is disgusting.
This same guy, he died. And I work in sewage. We do sewer repairs and water repairs.
So you need to wash your hands.
The same knife that he would cut fiber cloth or bags or whatever with, the same night he would cut his sandwich with. He would come out the hole, not even wash his hand, pick the sandwich up and eat it.
Now, I will say this.
They wonder why he died.
This shitter.
You know,
He was Caucasian, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, they used.
Yeah, I think they said he had
So we're gonna end this
cancer.
round.
Sepsis.
We're gonna end this round
Something
6
like
games. Definitely not talking about teen pregnancy anymore.
Yeah. But we've been here for quite a while.
We good,
Yeah, we done. Make sure y'all follow us, Swap Radio, which is Survivors with a Purpose. Swap Radio on all social media platforms. You can follow Monica. You will not be on my Facebook, you people. Listen, I keep saying it, and then you watch the replay, and then you try to find me, and you find me, and you send a friend request, and then I say no. So
no,
say it like that.
No, she said like, oh hell to the.
No, listen, I'm so serious because people are so nosy. Even people on my Instagram. I don't know why I decided to play that little dumb game.
Yeah, I don't know why you did that either. And then you said to me, and I was like, nope.
I ain't sent it to you.
It automatically sends.
Oh,
once you click OK, it automatically sends.
Your contacts.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know.
If you accept the terms and services,
oh yeah, I didn't know. Listen,
I guarantee you started getting spam emails.
I was up. Oh no emails. It didn't send to y'all emails. It had to go to the Instagram or something.
What's about Instagram?
Yeah. So what happened was I couldn't sleep. Like I don't know. I was up like 2:00, and I'm like, "Girl, you still got a couple hours of sleep before you gotta go to work. Go back to sleep." Well, I was like, "Let me go in." I see somebody else that did this. I was like, "Let me." I get it. I started getting questions. I was like, "Oh, I can't post this question. Y'all is crazy. Who is saying these things?" Because it's all anonymous.
They definitely wait till them little screens pop up and I
didn't allow these people on my Instagram page. They asking me these crazy questions. How many people you talking to? Are you dating? Wait a minute, slow down.
They ain't even close to the ones I was getting.
Oh my! Well, listen. Y'all can stay on Instagram because I don't share that with my parents. However, I do share my Facebook, so I'm not doing that. Y'all can stay on Instagram. Y'all can go to TikTok. Monica WLS and the number 2 on Instagram. Monica WLS on TikTok. Yeah. Come on, say it, Tony. You know how we go. We gonna go.
Tony Berger on all social media platforms. I am Tony Berger on all social media platforms.
But
One Driving Mofo.
Yeah.
ONEDRIVINMOFO. One Driving Mofo.
Just dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean. So you want to get your social media?
Yeah, so my business page is Tay Monte _designs with a Z at the end _LLC. My TikTok is shoot. I don't even know.
Don't even know.
I'm writing it down.
Right. You write yours down because I don't know. You know what? What is it? Ooh, I'm sorry.
I wear a lot of scarves.
Oh, wow.
I very seldom even tell people that. Oh, is at Shawnee for me, which is a 4 in me, is on my TikTok.
It's all together?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all together. No underscores. I ain't giving y'all my other stuff.
Yeah, no. Come on, Kiara. You want
on Facebook it's Kiara Devon. On Instagram it's I am Kiara Devon. And my website is KiaraDevon.com, KearaDavon. And YouTube is Kiara Devon 2.0.
All right.
You didn't even have to introduce because yours is in back screen a whole fight.
I thought my head was in the way for some reason.
Nope.
No, honey. We see all of it. All your government.
Like reverse. So.
Oh yeah, we see all of it. We see everything. Yep. Well, at this point, we're gonna close it out, you guys. Again, thank everyone for being here.
Thank you for having us.
This is our first actual in person, y'all. We like the computer aspect of it. It works without schedule. Let me say that because Tony B at work, which I thank you, he still pop in for that hour or so because we can talk forever. just to be clear. We could definitely talk forever. But he does take at least an hour to be on the show. So I thank you for that. On Thursdays. And I know you traveled some ways to get here. So, of course, thank you for being in person. We're clear that we want to take that $49 flight.
Right.
You know. And she, you know, she's in a whole other state.
Right. That we're going to be visiting.
Yes. We're going
Come on, y'all. Come down there and take you down there.
yeah. So, y'all just, we're going to be taking a break. It is tourist season. And I'm celebrating it. Okay. I have trips and things to do. So, yeah, we won't be here. We're going to come back the first Thursday of June.
Literally, we won't be here.
Really? With that being said, I am doing a Mother's Day crab feast that we have absolutely no more seats for.
Junior crab feast.
And you said that wrong. That would be Crab Feast Junior. But it's clear we senior.
Oh my God.
It's clear we senior because we sold out. I even added another table. But anyway, and those tickets went.
Not the crab.
So, yes. Honey. So anyway, we have things going on. I'm going a few places. I'm not even going to repeat where I'm going, or I'm not going to say the days that I'm going, because I don't want to have to, you know. I don't want to be watching. Right. I don't want trouble. But yeah, we will be back the first Thursday in June. Okay, sir. All right. It's probably the first time you heard that. But yeah, but I did say I was taking a vacation. I did say I definitely.
You told me that.
I'm speaking.
Oh, you looked over here. I thought you was.
I'm looking around the room. I'm looking at Shantae, and she just.
Oh my God! Okay. Stop it.
Because you
already told me.
She didn't even catch it. She didn't even catch it.
I'm looking at the camera, so I'm looking at everybody. Okay, looking at the screen. But Tony be wanting to get jacked up. This is the first time we in person, so I can jack him up when the camera go off. Because I don't want y'all to see any violence while it's on. Okay?
If she's not here June 1st, you know her ass in jail because I'm calling police.
Oh, look at him.
I'm calling 911 and I ain't dropping nothing but the dime.
Oh my God.
He's going too because I'm gonna say he hit me as well. So while we're away on our vacation, hopefully he's taking one too. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Leave it before you.
Tune in and look on. Where you going?
Wait a minute, we ain't doing dates. No, that ain't what you
said. That's it. No, because they might be out there trying to break in my house. No, I'll tell you later.
They can come meet Rocky if they want. That's my Rottweiler, y'all. They can meet him.
My dog's gonna be outside.
My daughters know how to use what they need to know how to use.
Right.
Mine don't.
Oh, you better.
Well, they too little.
No, they. Well,
yeah, they 9 and 2.
Yeah, but anyway, y'all can check out our old episodes right here on fire-tv.com. Just check us out. If you would like to be a guest on an upcoming show, after May into June, send an email to that'swhatradioshow@gmail.com. Keep on with the stuff for Tony because I'm gonna tell him. I tried to tell him everything. He just don't listen, y'all. I'm sorry. He gonna listen one day.
I know.
Yeah. So
that part.
Until then, as I always say, remember to walk by faith, not by sight. Peace.